Today on Tease Time, we're going to start working on getting holes cut into the van in preparation for doing the wall paneling. I'm going to do the hole for the water heater and start working on the hole, the cutout I already pre-measured for the exhaust fan for the stove. So that's today. Welcome back to Tease Time. I'm TJ. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to do our holes for the water heater. I already started doing the frame. It calls for a 13 by 13 cutout inside. So I already pre-cut these. These are 2x2s. So I already made the frame. I just have to actually screw it and assemble it all together. But I need to just figure out exactly where this hole is going to be. As on the back side of this, we have the reinforced aluminum beams. So I have to kind of account for that and the rivets that hold it in. So it's going to look something like so. But I just have to figure out exactly where to make the hole. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. That, and also start cutting. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cut all the way through the aluminum wall on the outside, or if I just want to do like the plywood cut, just so I have the opening for like the paneling to go up, and I could do the outside at a later date. But I need all like the holes that I need, like for my outlets and everything. They're already done. But all the holes, so I could cut around and make the openings for when the wall board goes up, so all the holes are where they need to be. But for that one, if I'm going to cut just to kind of do the plywood, I might as well just hard mount the water heater. This is the water heater that I have, model number 2GWHAM. So that's what I'm going with for my tankless hot water heater. But let's get to it. Let's get to the cutter. holes that I drilled, they're right there. So that makes our square. I just have to connect the lines, and I'll probably widen this hole, because I'm gonna use a jigsaw to trace the line that I'm going to draw. So the hole is cut. For right now, I did a 13 by 13 hole. I have to build the frame. Well, it's supposed to sit on the base, so I'm gonna build the frame, but I'm gonna build it so that way this sits center in this hole, because there is like a gap around top, like so, and on the sides. So to put the silicone in, I want to even gaps all the way around before I like caulk it. I want to make sure it's watertight, it's airtight. I won't have any issues with that. So right now I'm about to start working on building the base for it, so it centers it, and then we could just seal it up and throw it in. And I was just clearing this away just so I have like something clean to mount the sealant to, and just kind of used some denatured alcohol to clean that up, just make sure everything's real clean, everything here is how it's supposed to adhere. So that's what we're doing right now. right, so we have this sealed up right here. It's a little sloppy, but it gets the job done. Right now I'm gonna go on the inside and just use the rest of this on the back side. But this shouldn't leak. And I was using the butyl tape just to make sure, like all those screw heads that go around the perimeter of the water heater, they're actually sealed. Like they did use silicone, you can see it on the seam towards the back, but I don't know about like the whole seam. So I just put the butyl tape over that, which should seal that. But this is what we have. And you see the silicone. See, there's the butyl tape right here, because they do have screw heads, like especially these lowers ones right here. I just wanted to make sure that they actually seal. I don't want to have to worry about like water coming in, so use more silicone sealant, butyl tape, whatever you're using to seal this up than you actually will need or think that you would need, just to be on the safe side of precaution. Moisture wreaks havoc on stuff, especially like wood, especially that's not pressure treated, so you don't have to worry about mildew or like whatever, like the electrical and stuff that I'll have on this side. I want to keep the inside of the cab as dry as possible, so I probably would like a little OD on the silicone, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. That's just for my peace of mind. So I'm pleased with this. I still have to keep on cutting holes to get the walls ready. Well, for the panel board to get ready to go up. I have this I want to do. I still have to do this hole right here, and this is for the exhaust fan for the oven. And for the outside, for the water tanks, I still have to cut a hole for that also. And I'm still waiting on like it's a little door for the propane tank, because I didn't want to just kind of cut a hole, but that's not for the wall. Like this is the only thing I believe I have left as an obstacle for the wall, is this hole right here. And yeah, so actually let's like I said, I was gonna do that also, so let me just start doing that. Just start cutting the hole. Like I already measured for where I wanted to sit, so it should land right here. But I'm just gonna go ahead and like double check the measurements and make sure everything is square, so I don't mess that up. So that's what I'm about to start on right now. The vent that I'm going to use, Endura range vent. So the dimensions on this, they're wider. So the hole on the outside is going to be wider than this cutout right here for the vent itself, but it should line up nicely once I cut that out. I'll send a pilot hole through, so I just have to line up the holes, like the corners, and trace the outside, and that'll be the hole for the outside after I cut this hole. So I'll use this as like a little pilot, so I can use the pilot drill to go through at these corners, and that will be like the little frame to start with, the inside, and then work our way to the outside. Going to be a close right here is where I have my electrical, my 120 volt wires running. So when I do cut the outside, it seems like I should have enough room. It's just real close. I don't know if you can actually like see, like up in there, those white wires. It's probably sits like right there, but the screws will come in like around this perimeter right here, and then I also have my 12 volt for the exhaust fan. That's pushed on the sides. It runs down here, and it's connected to this also. So we have enough room. It's definitely going to be close, but it should be good. And then we also have like the wooden frame from when I made the window. That's kind of close too. If anything, it shouldn't be in the way. If anything, it'll just have something else for the screws that I sent in, the sheet metal screws that hold the little shroud on the outside. It should actually just give it something extra to clamp onto. So it should work out. It should. But I'm actually about to just send the little pilot drill straight through. Just hold these corners, just get it straight, and then go in. And then we'll use those as our lines to trace for where to cut for the outside shroud. That's to kind of help keep the shavings from flying all over the place. I know I have shavings that already flew around, but when you're going through like the fiberglass and aluminum and all that stuff, I don't want that flying around in here. Kind of saves on the cleaning a little bit. So that's why I put the trash bag over that to kind of hopefully trap it. And then once I have the hole cut out, I'll come in here and I'll use a shop vac, clean it all up. Alright, so that's done. The wall should be pretty much situated for installing the wall panel. This is what we have. Like so. I just have to fish the 12 volt back. It shouldn't be too difficult. I think I stuck it like down along the wall here. So I have to send that through. But when this is situated, eventually, like the cabinets should sit situated about like down to here, and there's enough headroom so it shouldn't hit your head. When you have the stove like right here. But yeah, that worked out pretty good. Right now I'm just gonna fish the wire through. Actually, all right, mission complete. The wiring pulls through. There's enough clearance, like the screws sit about like right there. The 120 volts sit up here, and the installation is also pushing on the 120 volt. So that shouldn't be an issue with interference with like those 120 volt wires like chafing against the screws and short circuiting. So there's enough clearance and space, so that's all good. So we're done with all of the holes. I don't want to like double guess myself and say that that's all the holes that I need to cut for the wall, but I believe that's it. Like the main parts, I just have to cut around like the outlets, but all those holes are cut also. Like so. So I think we should be good on the wall panel. I don't know, maybe, but for right here, this is going to be like the shower. It's not going to be like the biggest in the world. Like you'll be able to step in like so, and it'll have like I want to have like an overhead like rainfall shower head to kind of just sprinkle down like so, and then probably have it come out to about like right here. So like it's about like a single stall. Not it's not that small. It's a decent size. And then right here will be like extra cabinet closet area, probably like a linen closet for like towels and stuff like that, just some extra storage. But yeah, oh, for the wall I actually need to figure out, because I plan on keeping like these. I just have to figure out like the height wise, because I want to still be able to like strap a motorcycle back here like facing this way, so I'll still be able to like ratchet strap, crank everything down so it's secure. But like that, there's no holes to be drilled for that. It's just figuring out the height for these, because there's a post that comes across. So that shouldn't be too difficult. We'll include that in with the wall paneling. But yeah, that's it. Mission complete. The water here, the hot water heater is mounted. The exhaust vent shroud for the stove, that's mounted. So yeah, got everything done that we need to get done for the walls. The next cutting will be for the water tanks, so I could fill those, and then also for the propane tank, so I can have that tank filled. I just have to cut those, but like those don't interfere with me actually doing like the wall paneling. And I'm still waiting on a hatch and trying to figure out like the right size for the propane, so that'll be a later date. But I just wanted to say thank you for the time checking this out. Hopefully this is helping like whoever's watching this. If you have any questions or comments, just leave it below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if I could speak today. But thank you very much. Peace. TJ.